What I got to show you right now, family, is really cool. It was the NAB product of the year. Now, this is the Amaran 25X portable little LED. This thing is super cool. I just got this in and I opened the box, I took it out, and I was finna start playing with it. And I was like, yo, dummy, why don't you shoot a video? So I did. Now, I've been using these Aputure MC lights. This one is about 5 years old and I absolutely love it because it just works. These have been sat around the office as little pops of color, or I use it for product shots, but these have been my practical lights for going on 5 years in the studio. The little purple glows you see from random places, that is this. And what's really cool about this particular light is it's durable, has a cool little magnet thing on the back, and it kind of sort of just works. Now, Aputure is kind of the creator, YouTuber, content creator division of Aputure. So they're making the same quality products at a way more affordable price for people that just get in, but they're not like watered down. And I don't know how they do it, because a lot of times you have companies that do that, sort of like that Toyota Lexus thing, and the other version to be watered down. These are not really watered down. These are incredible. So let's take a look at it. It comes in this cool little case like such. This is the Amaran Ace 25X inside this little case, little polyurethane type situation. Hook and loop fastener. Let's get it open. And I'm going to switch to the other camera so that we can see what we're doing. Okay, so in here, of course, you got your USB-C cable. You got a little Allen key. You got some Amaran stickers. And this is kind of dope, son. This right here is a quick release a la action cameras. So you can just thwink this bad boy on the bottom, scoop your little light. You can use this as a cold shoe mount. So if I wanted to mount it to like a little small tripod like this that has a cold shoe side bang, you can go like that. And then I could just thwink my light on here and I can get my Osmo shots with a little side light. I mean, it's just kind of dope. It's kind of dope. All right, so there's that. It also, on the side over here, comes with its own little trapeze, right? So there's your length. You can stretch him out. That's a little bit longer than 12 inches. And you just open the legs like such. You know, get yourself a nice solid base to throw your light on. It does have some tension, so you can angle it in various ways. And the top kind of tilts back and forth. I tilt my head back and forth, right? So that's cool. And man, listen, you don't need $69 light kits that come with a full metal tripod so you can sit the light somewhere and not just have it leaning up against the table, upon the table. Now, looking at the light itself, let me move the little bag out the way. You got build quality. Vents action over here. You got rubber protection because this is a magnet itself. So if you need to thwack it up against the car and use it as a light, like you want to shoot standing next to your car, you can use a little magnet. Let me find something magnetical over here so you can see. Boom. There it is. It's a magnet. Right? Get off of there. All right. So you got a little magnet there. You have cooling fan so your light don't die. Here, let me take this mini pearl thing off. We don't need that. Hey, it's stuck to my finger now. All right. So that's where you put your quick releases. Just thwack them on the bottom like such. And now it's in there like swimwear. And again, you can give it a little tilt so you can do a little aiming that way. But you squeeze a little button, thwack it off like that. On the side here, dopest feature, on and off switch. On, off, right? No holding, no 10 seconds, 3 seconds, press and hold, triple tap, quadruple tap, whatever. It just works. This is your menu answer and don't answer button, or back and enter, so to speak. Well, back button. Enter is up here more than likely. And then there's your dial to control it. Quarter 20 hole in the top if you needed to throw it onto something. Maybe you need a little quarter 20 action. Then now you could, screw it in to a standard cage or something of that nature. So that's what that is for. Okay. You have the soft diffuser. Boom. And you got the light control grid. Nobody is coming out with these dope little light control grids like that. This is not dissimilar from the light control grid I have on the main light, which is why even though I'm sitting here with a 200 watt light, the back of my room is still relatively dark. If I take that off, the whole room gets bright and it kills my vibe. And you know what Kendrick said? Light don't kill my vibe. I just like that. I'll tell you why I like that. The old guys, nothing was wrong with these. Again, I use these for 5 years, but getting a little silicone sleeve on and off after many, many times is just a pain in the butt. You always got to do a little switchery and, get it around the little quarter 20 thread there or your charging cable. So I like this magnet situation. Man, love me a magnet, bro. You can just off, on. You can separate them. You got to keep them separated. Boom, bingo. So love that. That is super dope. Again, you got good ventilation everywhere and you got a fan. Why you need a fan, Doc? Because it's a light. And if it gets hot, you can use the fan to cool it down. He's stupid. All right, let's get over here. Let's thwack it on real quick. So let's go through the menu controls here. I'm going to start at CCT because that's just color temperature control. This is where you get in and you can crank up the color temperature or the intensity. So let's rock the intensity first. And then if you want to do the color temperature, you slide it over, tap it, boom, you can control all the way down to 27, which is that sort of soft, warm glow, and all the way up to 65, which is cool. All right, I know where I'm at. I'm about 52. Bingo. And then let's get back. Jump back. You got effects mode. We'll do that in the app because it's more easy to see what's cracking. You have the Bluetooth, which you use to connect to the app. You have some custom modes, which you can do inside here. Send an SOS. Do some kind of rotation. I'm not going to mess with those at the moment. It's not necessary. You got language action. Man, watch me accidentally change it into something that I don't speak. So let's go back. Leave that alone. And then output. When I saw this, I'm like mind blown. Output? You're like, why you need an output, Doc? Well, let me show you, my people. Let me get my little cable here. So I'm going to take my trusty USB cable because, like I said, I'm never going to use the one it came with. I'm going to use braided cables because it's just swankier. But I plug it in and then come over here. Actually, I should unplug it first. Bingo. Turn the output on. Bingo. And then, boom. Charge the phone. Look at that. It's charging the phone. That's cool, right? I could charge the Osmo. I could charge the Canon. But you got a battery here, so you can just use it to charge your phone in a pinch. Let's get that back in action there. We don't need that. You got boost mode. If I crank this into boost mode, it will make it a little dimmer, more than likely, as I crank it up. And then I'm actually going to go over to the fan mode. You have smart fan, which will turn itself on and off accordingly, or silent mode. Put it in silent mode and notice the light loses some power, but that's so that way the light never has to come on to protect itself from the heat, right? So I'll put it back on smart because that's what it is. Also, I'm working on like almost no battery, so that's also giving me a little action. There's, you can see your version. More than likely, it needs a firmware upgrade because brand new products tend to do that. And then we're back at the beginning. So let's get over to the BT side. Bingo. And let's go on our phone here. And there's the Amaran app. We're going to go add device. And it's thinking. So you're going to go to BT. And then you're going to press and hold. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. Oh, there it is. Bingo. So now the light is in the app. So you go to configure. Takes only a second to pair this device, and now you got full app control. Okay? So you can go here, look, you can crank that intensity. It's telling me that I have 20 minutes left to play off the battery that I got going down. But you can control the intensity. You can turn it on and off. You can get in here. And then you have CCT control. So again, color temperature control with the slider. 32, 65, 55. I'll get back to 52. All right. You have your intensity control here. Again, on and off from here. You also have the effects. So you got paparazzi, where it's going to pretend like flash bulbs. You can do a little fire if you're trying to give it that soul glow, right? You got flash bulbs. I won't do that because I want to hurt nobody's feelings. You got fireworks looking type situation. These effects are dope, right? I don't have any colors per se because this is not the other version, which is the C, but it does give you color temperature control. So if you're trying to pull off a certain look, you can do that with that. And then you could build some presets up in here and save them so you can get back to your familiar scenes where you want. That little red dot is probably telling me I need to upgrade the firmware, but I will fully charge the battery before I do such a thing. And you can build scenes with this and shortcuts. You can build groups if you buy more than one app. So that, my friend, is this cool. Let me stop that. Oops. It's going to be doing that the whole day. No, get back. Go to CCT and let's go to that. There you go. Ooh, like that, and then off it. This, my friend, is the Aputure 25X. $69, comes with everything in this kit, and this is dope. You're looking at about 4 hours and 40 minutes of battery time. It is 30 watts, 32 watts in boost mode, and the fact that you can use it as a battery too, has a fan. Ooh, the fan just turned on for a second, and then just stopped. It has a little fan to keep it cool. This is incredible. Incredible. I believe you can go from 0 to 100 in about 90 minutes as far as charging. But if it already does have some, battery on it, it'll get to protect itself. It gets to like 90 minutes, 90% and slows down. So you can go from like, say 50% to 100% is going to be like 50 minutes because it's going to charge slower in order to protect the battery so that the batteries last longer. I mean, not just longer in time, but, sustainability wise. So it's just dope, dude. Having that and the fact that you can just throw this all into a little pouch, throw it in your backpack, and then you are GTG. Let me just stuff all of this in here. Boom, boom, boom. Easy pack up. Doesn't take a lot of work. And I will probably pick up a couple of the color ones to start replacing the 5 of these MCs that I have laying around the office. But there it is. Nice little pouch. The Amaran Ace Cool Boom 25X. Go and grab one today. Now, I bought this. Amaran didn't give it to me. I bought it with my own money because I'm a content creator and I like to create content. I like cool stuff that makes my job easier. This will make my job easier. Matter of fact, I'm about to throw it in the Sukis and take it to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if it was you, write that down in the comment section below. If you have any questions, comments, feedback about anything content creator related, you could ask that question. I'll answer it. Sometimes I'll even make a video to answer it, but I'm just here to help. So right about now, the algorithm's going to tell you to press the like, subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and then it's going to show you another video they think you should watch. And I agree with them.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk.